Okay. So I have drawn Lapras not recently, but at some point in. Oh, I'm still on the sign pen. That's fine. But it's basically like Nessie a bit. Nessie shape. Except it has cute little swirly ears like that. And it has a little horn like this. Do I remember what its mouth looks like? I know it has like this kind of eye, I think. And then it has flippers. And once I finish this, I'll show you the other Lapras that I've drawn before. So he's got little flippers here. I don't think he has a tail, but he does have a shell. It goes kind of like that. And then it has little nubbins sticking out of it. How many little nubbins, I could not tell you. I don't think I counted when I did the other art for Lapras either. But there's like a few of them like that. I've actually drawn Lapras twice now that I think about it, kind of. Trying to remember the mouth. And I feel like it kind of had like a jaw that went like kind of like this. And then like had a little bit of an overhang here like that. Vaguely horse-like. And then it had a little nostril. It's like that. Does it have a tail? There's a question. Does he have a little tail? Does he have a little tail? I think I'm gonna give it a little tail even if it doesn't, because it looks cute. Do you think I need to pencil these out a little bit better before I move on? I try not to, well, when Jick does them, he tries not to take like more than a half hour at them. But he's also not an artist, and I say that with the greatest amount of love in my heart. He just, I think I made that too flat on top, kind of more like that. Because the Dynamax one has more of like a pointy horn that has like a wraparound unicorn horn kind of vibe to it. But usually I take as long as Jick does, but since he's not an artist, he has a, I guess the right way to say this is like less basic shapes in his repertoire. So like I've drawn these lines before. I know vaguely how I'm trying to do it. Like that. I think I want to turn the shell edge a little bit more here so that it makes it more round. I think that's recognizably Lapras. I'm not sure what I'm missing. I may not have the eye completely correct, but I think that's pretty recognizable. Okay, I want to switch to my pencil and switch to a dark color for the line art. Is the ear the smart place to start? Not really. That's too many swirls. It's not a full-on cinnamon bun. It's like that a bit. Like that. That's a little bit too far out. More like that. Okay. I don't think it has a tail, but I want to give it one anyway. I think it's cute. Okay. Shell edge. Let's say I'm kind of making it like a Koopa shell. Does it have an edge to the shell? I think that it does. But maybe I just have Nintendo brain about it. Because they add edges onto like all of their shells. Okay, I'm gonna do a curl there, and then I'm gonna do another layer for the nubbins because that's just gonna be easier. If anybody else has a Pokemon they want me to do, I'll do it. Just let me know. Some of them I'm really not as familiar with. Because I do a lot of Pokemon art. But I also often do not remember the names of things. So like, what's that thing called? Meditite. I always call it meringue head. Because he looks like he has a little meringue on his head. Okay. Lapras. I'll color it as best as I can remember how, which I think is pretty good because it's just like a pale blue. The shiny is like lavender. I think more like around there. Use medium hard airbrush. And the shell has, or at least the way I did it, I remember had kind of a yellow tint to it. An eggshell color, if you will. Swiss coffee. Something like that. Mudsdale, that's a good one. Gen 7 is my favorite, which is when Mudsdale was introduced. So I will do Mudsdale after this. That's a good suggestion. Because I remember he has little, like, ponytails. Not exactly ponytails. They're more like braids, I guess, for his mane. It's so funny. I was looking at the stream dashboard before I started up today just because I like poking around the analytics and stuff. And they have little suggestions. They're like, oh, this person who chats streams too, you should hang out in their chat. And I'm like, I definitely already do hang out with those people you're suggesting. It's all good. But the end is like your viewers tend to watch these kind of things in this category. And 100% of my viewers also watch Pokemon Sword and Shield, which I thought was pretty funny. Oh, I don't want to do the... What am I doing? Wrong. I don't want to fill in the shell blue. That's silly. There. Okay. I also don't really want to fill in the eye, but I can just erase that. A couple of white spots. Ooh, too big. What? Oh, that's why. I probably should change my title because I'm doing this, but I also just don't care enough to bother if I'm being honest. Okay, a couple spots where it's more pigment. Okay, new layer. Let's do a shell color, which I think will be kind of around there. Shrimp check, thank you. You're right, I did need to unshrimp. Okay, let's do a fast and sloppy shading job. Mhm. I don't know if I still have the other Lapras that I did in my gallery on here. But I did, my brother does VGC, so Pokemon battles, a lot of the time. He did like a couple leagues and he helped with a background team for somebody who was doing it semi-professionally and stuff like that. So he would often hire me to draw logos for his VGC teams. And one of them I made like a Lapras Viking ship, kind of. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I could never. It involves like way too much math and thinking, but he's so smart about it. And it's fun to listen to him talk about it too, just because it's fun to hear things that you wouldn't think about otherwise. But yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So it was, am I gonna remember the name of the team? It was something Berserkers. So there's like a little Berserker, because Berserker is like a Viking Pokemon, right? This little Viking kitty. So I did like the flag has a Berserker on it, and then the ship itself is Lapras shaped, and there's shields on the side that were different, like symbolic representations of the different Pokemon that they were using on the team. I was pretty proud of that. The textures on that piece were really fun. I just enjoy drawing Pokemon. I just like a little creature, you know? This isn't going to stay this dark, just for the record. I'm going to lighten it up. But it's easier to just leave it on 100 opacity at the start and then work on it from there. Okay. Let's lighten that up a bit. I'm probably going to do a Gaussian blur on it just because I'm too lazy to blend it properly. Yeah, like that. Then let's do an overlay for highlights, and then I will be done. I almost forget which order those are in. There we go. Okay. Ta-da! A little Lapras. I should sign it. I should sign it and put... I guess when I do it on TikTok, it'll actually show me who made that comment on the thing. I remember it being a... Yeah, Big Bad Brownie Badger. Alright. I remembered it being like an interesting username was what I was trying to say. Yeah, it's just a little guy. Man, I moved and just realized how hot it actually is in this room. It's been so sunny here. They spelled brownie with an IE or a Y? With a Y. Did I leave enough room for Badger? We're gonna find out. Right. Now let's see if I can find the other ones to show you. I have so much stuff in here. It will have been a while ago. Before that, here's... Oh, this is a Mega Lapras from memory, or the Dynamax Lapras from memory. I forgot that I did that one. Here's the little cozy one I did for iPod Lapras. It's a shiny one. Then, do I still have that logo on here somewhere? Can you tell I do a lot of art projects? Here it is. This guy. I really like the textures on this one. The cozy Lapras is so cute. Let's see, do I remember what the Pokemon on the shields are? The left one is Runerigus. The middle one was Chandelure. And then the last one was, what's that scorpion guy? Is Drapion the grown-up one? I think so, Drapion.